Pecco then. Well, Marcus Pecco hails from Schladming in Austria. Probably couldn't be much further detached from the course here this afternoon. And Marcus Pecco now making his way down the mountain on that outside line there, cutting back across as he comes into the Cloud 9 section. So just running that regular line, making it safe. You can see how tentative these guys have been because it's just so slick there, perfectly across that gap there though on that rock. And actually Pecco on a great run here. Second at split number 1, been looking for a big result all season. Thinks he just needs a result just to get some confidence back in his head, to get back some self-belief. So Pecco, what's he going to do as he comes up now towards split number 2? 2.36, popping up over that broken away bank there as well, catching the backside, running wide in that turn there. He might have lost a little bit of time there. Safely down through the rocks. Pecco looked to be on a good run. Just off this big step down now. What's he got left in the tank? So much energy expanded on that middle section. Even your arms go. Your legs, your arms, everything hurts. It's only the hunger you want to get a good position that can keep you going now. As he comes down the line, it's going to be a good time for Marcus Pecco. He goes 6.3.686 back for him. The Mondraker rider, another rider that has a good run here, but unable to make any inroads on Jared Graves. So Graves at the moment sitting 3 in the hot seat, 4:01 the time to beat. Simmons behind him, Beer in 3rd, Fishback 4th, Crosland in 5th at the moment.
Now, Sam Blenkinsop, Rob, yeah, he's been looking fast all through practice, Rob. Sam Blenkinsop on that lap here, prototype 27.5 as well. One of the few riders that have got those RockShox black box 27.5 box, so let's see if that plays into his advantage this afternoon. Such a technically great rider, Rob, and he can also pedal.
Yeah, he's in the form of his life this year, Nige, actually. Definitely been working on his fitness, done well in some of the Enduro World Series, 2nd at the Gabanzo, downhill that pedaler, that big pedaling track. Crank works 3rd at the Canadian Open. And of course, bronze at the 2011 World Championships.
He's even podiumed at the Mega Avalanche a couple of times. Rob, look at the style he's going down.
Blenky, that's what the style that we're used to from him. So Blenky getting round, only 0.5 back at split number 1. Look at him kicking it out in the air there as well, lining it up before he's landed. Pedaling right up to the lip of that jump. This is rad from Blenkinsop, dude. 0.339 back for him. Oh, twitching as he comes into that turn there. But Blenky, this is looking like his old self again, Nige.
Yeah, giving it his all that big high line onto the wall ride, Rob. Drops a bit more speed into that section. Blenky's on a good run here. He's strong, he's fit, and he's rad. This is what the fans like to see, throwing down the whips in his race run at the World Championships like Danny Hart did when he won. This is a fantastic ride, Rob.
So one World Cup win all the way back in 2008, even getting a pedaling in the air there as well. It looks like he's got plenty left in the tank. Blenky comes down the line, it's going to be tight. I don't think he's going to do it. Where does he cross the line? Oh, he goes 2nd, 0.4 back for Sam Blenkinsop, shaking his head. Well, what we saw of it, it was breathtaking. Unbelievable run from Blenky. And it looks to me like he's starting to refine some of that form from a few years ago, Nige.
Yeah, I mean, how close is it, Rob? You've got 401.3, 401.8 and 401.9 in the lead at the moment. Matt Simmons still holding on to 3rd place there with a fantastic ride, but you've got to say, Rob, that was a fantastic ride to watch. But if Blinky had done a few less whips, would he have been sat on the top of the hot seat right now?
I don't know. Sometimes you've got to enjoy yourself to go fast. Blenky looking like he was, man. Told me that 650V wheel was so fast that he was having a brake check coming to that big gully where the big tabletops are. He said it was just unbelievable, the difference. So, oh, look at the style of the man. Unbelievable from him.
All I can say is that them boys are lucky Matt Simmons didn't have them 27.5 wheels, or you might have seen him on the top of the podium today. Well, great ride there from Sam Blenkinsop. Fantastic skills there for the fans. This is what we like to see, Rob.
Unbelievable, man. We're going to see his fellow countryman coming in hot next. It's going to be Brooke MacDonald with the Track World Racing. But Blenky certainly lighting it up there. Well, Brooke MacDonald, junior world champion, all the way back in 2009 and struggling for results this year. I know that he perhaps wouldn't have come to this World Championship if he had been on another course. His shoulder injury that he picked up this year a lot worse, I think, than we thought. And he, admitted that he's struggling with it, but wanted to represent his country, and it's great to see McDonald here. And you know this guy is going to give it absolutely everything, guys, on this course this afternoon.
Definitely. Brooke not shy on the power, Rob, either. When it comes to that flat section in the middle, he's going to have the horsepower to pedal. And usually a flat pedal rider, but opting for the clipless pedals on this track. Not his favourite type of pedal, but felt like it could outweigh the benefits than he could gain riding the flat pedals.
Of course, took that his first World Cup win last year in Valdez there. 18th at split, number 1 here. 3.862, switched to the Trek World Racing. Oh man, I hope that wasn't his bad shoulder. Woo, hit that hard.
That's a really tricky section just from there, Rob. After you've got that big pedal, you drop into a big dusty bomb hole that can just take your front wheels out before you get into that section. And again, it's another little tricky section that you've got to get sorted before you get into this final section. But as you can see, he's lost all his speed. Yeah.
McDonald then. Well, that's it. He runs over. Oh, getting sent nearly over the bars there as well. Perhaps a little bit tired, but. Well, perhaps that shoulder looking tired for him, man. He's really struggling with that shoulder. So, yeah, all the best of him recovering from that shoulder injury, Brooke.
Robbie, he'll be back next year for sure, strong as ever. A great addition to that Trek team. One of the favourite riders with the fans. Got great style, lovely kid, and it's a good move for them to pick him up.
Right. Look, McDonald, yeah. Difficult season for him. Here he comes in. Down the line. And he comes in 11 seconds back. A shame. Well, no one else could probably body check a tree that hard and just bounce off the body. Nothing. A bit of a machine, old Brooke.
Yes, indeed. Slow-mo of that brick section though, you can see he's lost all his speed. That's where Blinky launched that into a big whip and landed halfway down the downslope, and real shame there for Brooks. Not going to be his day today, but valiant effort, just to give it his all with that shoulder injury. Yeah, that shoulder injury he's carrying.
Yeah, brave for him to come. His family, I think he's got a girlfriend with him as well, so he'd like a big result, but anyway, so there's Jared Graves in the hot seat, the Australian. He's delivered, man. He is delivered. Everyone was talking about him all week on that, enduro bike, that trail bike, whatever you want to call it. Put down a great run. So Florent Payet next. Second in the 2004 Junior World Championships. The tall Frenchman Nige. What's he going to do here this afternoon? Gets round in practice, tries out all sorts of new lines.
He's got the leverage in them legs, Rob, for pedalling. So let's see if he's got the power to go with it.
Holding it tight there.
Looking smooth through that section. Nice little manual over them roots. Carries the speed through that bumpy section there. Takes the outside line on that cloud 9. Only Troy Roscoe seen go inside there so far.
Looks to be carrying good speed up there though, Nige. Coming down to this high speed section now. This gully is just so fast. And look at him pedaling there down towards these huge tabletops, man. It's unbelievable. This must be one of the quickest sections on any Worlds or World Cup track we've ever seen. Payet looking fantastic over these big tables. Look at him, perfection from him. The wind on the trees not looking too bad. But you've got to nail those jumps though, Nige, before the flat section carry as much speed as you can into it.
Yeah, that's one of the most important sections to get right, Robin. Just looking at the wind there, the tape was blowing sideways, which is the worst combination you could have on those big jumps. If you tag one of those jumps and lose your speed, your race is done, because the speed that you get over that step down the 2 tabletops is what you're going to carry into that flat section. If you've got the speed, your maximum speed already, you've just got to maintain it,
And he's lost time, Nige, yeah. Oh, slider in there, hop. Yeah, 6th at split number 1, went back to 12, 7 seconds back at split number 2.
Yeah, so Florent Payet having a decent run, but he's not going to challenge the time. You can see he's giving it his all and just sliding out in some of these sections. This track is a track where you've got to be smooth as well as putting everything down. The more you're sliding out, the more momentum you're losing, and it's a track where you've got to keep your momentum going. So unfortunately it's not working out this afternoon for Florent Payet, but still a solid ride for him and doing his country proud. So yeah, 9.4 back, 13th position for him. Not going to be the happiest cat in the camp this afternoon, but there you have it. One run for glory at World Championships, and one run is going to take it this afternoon. Who is it going to be? At the moment, it's Jared Graves sat in the hot seat with a 4:01.391. Sam Blenkinsop second, 4:01.804. And Matt Simmons for GB, 4:01.997. Nick Beard just outside in the 4:02s, but there's some really fast blistering times. What is the time going to be this afternoon? I must admit, I think it's going to go over under the 4-minute mark, Rob, but not a lot.
Without a shadow of a doubt. The real favourites for this course yet to come here this afternoon. That time definitely going to come tumbling down. We're in the top 8 riders now, so only Atherton, Smith, Minar, Hill, Loic Bruni, Mick Hanna. Well, Mick Hanna, definitely the danger man this afternoon. I don't know what he's going to do, what Mick Hanna is capable of a course this fast. We're going to find out as we look at Marcelo Guitara's here then. What's he going to do? Villegas on his way down, Nige. And, you know, a real prospect, this kid, for the future. Fantastic rider. At a 10th of the world in Leogang. Won the Gabanzo downhill this year at Crankworks. And that means he's definitely in great shape and looking pretty quick down there. Third at split number 1 line, less than a second back.
You can just see with Rob up there at the top. I think the wind's picking up, the trees were blowing at that top section. That's what we were talking about earlier. Depending on which way the wind's blowing, this could favour or be a big disadvantage to the riders to come. You can see the wind is definitely picking up.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to see, Rob, we're talking about Mick Hanna, who's coming up soon. Yeah, I think it is windy because the riders are not,
you know, they might over them jumps there. You're dead right, Nige. So Villegas now coming down towards split number 2, the Giant Factory off-road team rider.
But he's a big, strong guy, Rob, and he's definitely stepped up his game. Giant took a chance there, spotted some, you know, some talent and gave him a ride on that factory team, and he's really played up and come up to the cards there.
Certainly has. He's reduced that gap, Nige. Just 0.8 back at the second split as well.
He's strong.
He's super strong and powerful. So if he can just keep those pedals turning now and dig deep, comes out of that turn early as well. Didn't get late in it at all. Carried great speed around it. Every pedal stroke he puts down makes a difference to his time here. Stood up, sprinting hard now for the big money maker jump. So the Red Bull athlete coming down now just to this big hip dump. He's going to go over it, I think, on the inside line there. Enough speed to clear that as well. He's going to go tight to the time of Graves. He goes into 5th place though. 1.090 back, Nige. And of course, we thought this course would put up tight times, and it's proven that as well. 5th, just over a second back.
Yeah, fantastic ride from him. Matt Simmons sweating on the end of the hot seat there. Look, he's